is Stacia Walker, a student at the Sumter Teachers College. I am currently pursuing a Bachelor of Science degree in primary education. Sexuality can be a very fun, embarrassing, or even very scary topic to talk about. Some children will learn about sexuality from their parents from early. They will learn from their friends. They will learn from personal experiences or even the media. And they will also learn from the internet, especially now that almost all our children have devices and they have access to internet all over. So let me just quickly state some of the areas of sexuality. There are 5 circles of sexuality. You have sensuality that involves our level of awareness, acceptance, and enjoyment of our bodies and other person's bodies. We have intimacy, which involves caring, sharing, loving or liking, and also trust. We have sexual identity, which involves biological gender identity, we have gender role, and also sexual orientation. We also have sexual health and reproduction, and sexual health and reproduction has to do with sexual behavior, anatomy and physiology, the reproductive system, and so on. And the final one is sexualization, and that has to do with incest, rape, sexual harassment, and sometimes flirting. All right. So learning about sexuality is just as important to children as any other learning. So it's not about just the maths and the English. We should be able to teach our children about the different areas of sexuality. And why is this important? It is important so as to give our children accurate and balanced information. From time to time, they will go seeking information. They will seek information from friends, from the internet, and sometimes these informations are not accurate. So we teaching them about sexuality will give them the important information and the accurate information. It also helps to strengthen our relationship with the children. Especially as a teacher, you will build trust with that child or with our students. So from time to time, we will have a child with a particular situation. And if you give them that avenue of trust, they will feel free to come to you no matter what situation, no matter how sensitive the situation is. They will not be afraid to approach you and tell you about the issue that they are going through. So as a teacher in training, it is very important that you know how to sensitize your children or your students so they will know the different areas of sexuality. And there are many ways you can sensitize our students. So I'll give you 4 ways that we can sensitize them, or how I would sensitize my students about the different areas of sexuality. So 1, I would first give my students small amount of information that would suit their age and development. So it all depends on the grade. So if it's lower grade, like grades 1 to 3, then you will give the information in small amount, small quantity, and in ways that they can understand at their age. If it's a higher grade, like grade 4 to 6, then you would also put it in a context that they, as the bigger children, can understand. I would not bombard my student with too much information at once. I would give them enough information that will clarify their question. So sometimes you give children too much information and they still do not understand. They will go different places looking for answers. So it's our duty to give them in small proportion. Don't bombard them with everything and tell them everything at once. I would also use videos, pictures, or even illustration to show them the different areas of sexuality. Another way that I would sensitize my students is to take opportunities as they arise and have small conversation. Use teachable moments. There are times when you're in the classroom, you might be on a topic and a child asks a question that has nothing to do with that topic. That is when you will use the opportunity to have a conversation with the student, get to know what they know about this particular topic, hear from them, and then you as a teacher can clarify some of the questions or give the accurate information if the students do not have the accurate information. Another way is by including the areas of sexuality in my lessons. I would include the sexuality areas in my lessons. So, for example, in science, sometimes we speak about sexuality and sexual health and reproduction. So you can use that opportunity to talk about sexual changes, about emotional changes. You can talk to the girls about period, what to do, what not to do, what they should expect. You can talk to the males about erection, and you can talk to both males and females about the changes that they might go through in puberty. We can also include it in our social study lesson. From time to time in our social study lessons, we talk about the family. We can include the area of sexualization by talk to the students about incest, talk to them about sexual harassment, talk to them about abstaining from sex. Let them know the good touch and the bad touch. Let them know that uncles should not touch them in certain area, aunties should not touch them in certain areas. We can also include books. So the books that are a part of the curriculum sometimes does not bring in all the information about sexuality. So as a teacher, you can find books or pamphlets from clinic or other areas, books with pictures that are age appropriate and word appropriate, and you can read it with the children and explain from the book's perspective. You can also tell story. As teacher, you can talk about your personal experience while growing up. If you talk about your personal experience, then the child or the children will feel free knowing that teacher had gone through this situation. So it is the same thing that I'm going through now, and if teacher went through this situation, I too can go through this situation. So you can give the children scenarios to act out. So you can give them issues that happen around them daily and watch them act it out, and then you as the teacher will clarify and also demonstrate to your children how this would tie into this area of sexuality or that area of sexuality, and then you will give them the correct information that is needed. And finally, you can include or introduce a resource person in the classroom for an hour or two. Reach out to someone from the local health department, to the guidance counselor of the school, or anybody who is equipped in that area and who is qualified enough to speak to them on the different areas of sexuality. Plan a day in the class, bring and share day where they will bring their ideas, their question, and ask their question to that resource person. And just let that person come in, talk to the children, educate them on the different areas, and let them just have fun while doing it, because this is a sensitive topic, and sometimes when you talk to the children about it, you will find them giggling, talking, or shying away. So just let that day be a free day so that they will be able to talk and feel free talking about their different sexuality.